unfortunately, if you're not making money from it, it's very hard to like put things into it.
Trust me, I understand I disappointed some people, but listen, I told you guys, if you don't want to watch me, if you don't want to see my stuff, it's okay.
But I think like you shouldn't be living for other people.
Okay.
Obviously, so I just be doing whatever I want to do, you know that?
You guys, we need to talk because I genuinely think Piper Rockelle starting OF didn't just change how people see her, it basically shut the door on her YouTube career. And I know that sounds dramatic, but when you actually listen to what she's been saying, it's not even a maybe. Her YouTube career is basically over. She turned 18, but her monetization applications keep getting rejected, which means she literally cannot make money on the platform anymore. And at that point, let's be real, that explains a lot. Because this didn't happen overnight. She didn't turn 18 immediately and jump onto OF. There were months in between, months where she tried to get monetized, and when that door stayed shut, OF became the last lifeline. And the saddest part, she straight up admitted that she needed money first to just afford being on YouTube again. One comment summed it up perfectly. Piper's situation is genuinely just so heartbreaking. And that's when the biggest question hits you. If YouTube had paid her, would she even have joined OF?
I low-key thought that they would give me back my monetization once I was 18 and had my own businesses, but they declined it, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Which is totally cool and all, like, but I really, I still like miss doing that all the time.
Now, before anyone says, well, she could have just done something else, let's be very clear about one thing. YouTube wasn't just content for Piper, it was her entire life. She started when she was literally only 8 years old. That's what she grew up doing. That's the only career she's ever known.
Hey guys, it's Piper Rockelle. Sock, rice, snowman. I like to filling my whole bathtub with.
And then in 2022, after all the allegations came out about her mom, Tiffany, her channel gets demonetized. And even if you think YouTube stepping in was the right move to punish the adults involved, it didn't just punish her mom. It cut Piper off too, because Piper was still a minor when all of that happened. She didn't have any control over those decisions, and yet she's the one who ended up losing the only income stream she's ever had. And this comment pretty much explains why people are furious. Honestly, it is so disgusting that her mother got to profit off her exploitation for years to the point of ruining her chances to get money from it as an adult. Now, this is the part that people keep skipping over because OnlyFans didn't just come out of nowhere. Before OF was even on the table, there were already paywalls involved, and those weren't Piper's idea. Those were set up by Tiffany. Stuff like Brand Army. And if you don't know what Brand Army is, it's usually sold as this safe for work alternative. No nudity, nothing explicit, very clean on paper. But let's not play dumb because it still runs on subscriptions, paid access, and fans paying directly for exclusive content. At the time that Tiffany was in control, the account straight up said that it was parent managed. The highest tier, $100 a month. That's the tier where subscribers could request custom looks. People are saying her content was already being locked behind paywalls while she was still underage, and honestly, after everything that's come out about that situation, that claim doesn't exactly make people gasp. Because let's not pretend the concerns started here. There have already been serious allegations about Tiffany sending Piper's soiled underwear to an older man. So when people say that this feels like something that started way earlier, that's what they're pointing at. And speaking of grooming, it's not like the Bop House also didn't play a role in this. As y'all know, this was a house full of adult creators openly tied to 18+ content, inviting a 17-year-old Piper to come film TikToks with them. And not just once, it happened multiple times. They tried to brush it off as this innocent, big sister vibes situation, but I never really bought that. I mean, Sophie Rain was 22, hanging out with a 17-year-old in a space already known for adult content. What did they honestly expect people to think?
So why do you feel like they think it's so different? Like, we joined the same age that Piper did. They've seen her on their screen since she was younger, and they have this image that she's just a young girl, when in reality, she's growing up just like all of us did. They're not giving her room to grow.
And this was the part that really matters, because not everyone in that house was okay with Piper being there. There was real tension behind the scenes over it. Members like Joy May, Summer, and Ava were allegedly calling it out, saying that it didn't feel right. And Joy May didn't just notice it and move on, she straight up left the house. She later pointed to the Piper situation along with the gaslighting and the ongoing drama as the reasons that she was done.
It is about Piper, because one thing about me is that I'm never gonna do anything associated with a minor. Like, it is ridiculous that the Bob House would even do that when there's so many other people you can collab with that is over age, because we all know what you guys do.
We had so many talks about this, and we came to the conclusion that, yeah, she is freshly 18, she probably shouldn't join yet.
One comment summed it up perfectly and said what a lot of people were already thinking. I hate that when the Bob House first collaborated with Piper and everyone was mad because she was a minor, they came out saying that she wasn't even doing OF, so they weren't grooming her. Like, advising an underage girl to an audience that only watches for NSFW content would somehow be okay. And the fact that we now know the plan was for her to start once she was finally legal, they're just as bad for platforming her. And yeah, that's why people can't let this go, because once you really look at how Piper was being placed into these spaces before she was even 18, it stops feeling like a coincidence. Now, this is where a lot of people in the comments started getting really emotional, because so many of them were saying the same thing in different ways. She still acts like a kid.
I don't feel like I'm like the best in this environment. I don't know.
Really?
Unless I'm like with somebody, like I can't do it by myself. I don't know. I just don't have that much confidence in myself to do it by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
One comment that stuck with me came from someone her exact age. I crave validation and attention just like anyone else, but I can't imagine putting my underage body online for millions to see, knowing that they have been waiting at least 5 years for my OF to open. And when you sit with that for a second, yeah, that's heavy, because that's the part people don't want to talk about. The idea that there were grown adults watching her grow up online, waiting for the moment that she turned 18 so it would suddenly be okay. And a lot of viewers are saying that alone makes them feel sick. And then this part made people even more uneasy, because in a recent episode of the Bangin' Out podcast, Piper straight up said that she plans to do this for the next 5 years or so. Like, she said she wants to make sure it's all worth it and that everyone around her is secure before she leaves it, which means she could be doing this until she's around 23.
Live your life. 5 years, it's not gonna matter. I'm not gonna be doing what I'm doing right now. Hopefully, I want to be somewhere completely different. Like, maybe not even doing the internet, and because sometimes it's like a terrible place.
And listen, she's also talked about helping her grandma financially, and we've all seen the TikToks about that.
Hey, how's it going?
I just have a question. How much do you owe on the house?
$94,000.
I just want to let you know I paid for it.
You paid for my house.
It's all good. It's all good now.
That part, not a bad thing at all. Wanting to help your family is normal. And was there really not a single adult in the room who couldn't have stepped in and said, hey, maybe there's another way, instead of letting this be the solution? Because when people say this doesn't feel empowering, it feels forced and rushed, I get it. Money is money, and when you're young and you're desperate and that money shows up fast, it can start to feel like the only option, even when it shouldn't be. So now I really want to know what you think. Do you think that this was her only option? Do you think that YouTube shutting her out pushed her here? And do you think that she will actually leave this in 5 years, or is that just what she needs to believe right now? Because something tells me this story isn't over yet, and I don't think the next chapter is going to look the way anyone expects.